What in the world, Bo? What in the world? What's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Big Low Country. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all seen from the title, looks like we got a new running back in Atlanta, Bo. Goodness gracious. What in the world? Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot making moves in Atlanta. So everybody who don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm an old country boy. Love to sit around, talk about football. Love to talk about football so much, I actually came on here on my lunch break to come on and chop it up with y'all about this whole free agency situation that the Falcons are going through. Some people might be disappointed about, this whole signing. The Atlanta Falcons getting Mike Davis as their, one of their running backs. I'm assuming very strong assumption that we are going to be getting somebody else in the draft. And I'm definitely going to be touching on that as well. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Coach Roney? ATM, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Bill Country came on to chop it up with y'all on the lunch break, see what's going on, see what y'all think about this. Y'all know I'm always snacking on something. World's greatest. Gotta get my gummies in. So, Mike Davis. For all the Atlanta Falcons fans out there who, keep up football the way I do, first thing I thought about when I thought about Mike Davis, and for everybody that's coming on here, Mike Davis is one of the newest Atlanta Falcons, running back from the Carolina Panthers, played football in Stone Mountain in high school. Yeah, let's get it. What in the world, Bo? I thought for sure Let's Get It would have hit me up on Instagram to let me know the news. But yeah, man. Be completely honest with y'all. I like the move. I like it. Look, we seen what he was capable of doing. We seen what he did last year with the Carolina Panthers. It's not the sexiest thing. It's not the sexiest thing in the world. But, I think it's a great move for the Falcons. Reason I say it, Ghost Peppers, he actually hit me up. He's on the coaching staff. Y'all know Coach Ghost Peppers. King Quest said, well, we know we ain't re-signing Gurley. Nah, that's not happening. That's not happening. But Coach Ghost Peppers, he told us, or he actually told me, he hit me up, he said, hey, man, thing is that it's one of those situations. Last year, I think it said Mike Davis was number 4 and forcing missed tackles. Force that many missed tackles, you doing something right. In the words of Billy Currington, must be doing. Oh, man. Terry Rodriguez, what's going on with your family? I see you in here chilling out with us, man. Chilling out with old country boy on my lunch break. I work from home, so I said, well, let me go ahead and take my lunch break, chop it up with the coaching staff, see what everybody's thinking about this whole Mike Davis signing. Now, when Christian McCaffrey went out last year, everybody thought the Carolina Panthers were done because Christian McCaffrey accounts for 110% of their offense a lot of times. I don't know why they give that boy the ball so much. Anyway, fact of the matter is that it's one of those cases where Mike Davis came in and he actually balled out. He actually did pretty good, just like Quest said a little bit earlier. Okay, and what's going on, Coach Joy? Wait a minute. Should we call Coach Joy, or should we call Coach Joy Bonnet Joy? Because the last time she came on, she had that bonnet on. I think I might start calling Coach Joy Bonnet Joy. But yeah, man, it was one of those things where, he actually came in and he balled out. He balled out and did pretty good. So I'm not even mad at it. Man. Now the question is, what you gonna do with Edo Smith? We know that Brian Hill, Ty Gurley, they're 2 free agents. Now, this whole situation with Edo Smith, Quadri Allison, he's still in the running back room, but y'all know what I feel about Quadri Allison and that whole situation. What's going on? What's going on, Devon? I see you in here, man. ATM said you need to trade Ito, but I'm sitting here like, first of all, I mean, what's the market for Ito Smith? Like, I mean, if we legitimately think about it, they already don't want to pay running backs, but at the end of the day, like, what's the market for Ito Smith? You know? So it's one of those situations where I don't think we could trade Ito Smith. I think they just need to go ahead, let Ito Smith go through this whole training camp situation, and if it's one of those cases where Ito is, you know, that guy that we think he is, because everybody was getting all excited about Ito last year. Look, everybody was excited about Ito Smith last year because wasn't nobody running the ball good. So if you're in a room full of ugly people, I'm not. This is a terrible analogy, but if you're in a room full of ugly people and there's one person that's just slightly more attractive, man, they look like the most beautiful person in the world. That's the situation that we kind of seeing with Ito. So look, y'all, let's not get too naked about Ito Smith. Because Asia Green, she in here talking about, no, don't trade little Ito. But look, fact of the matter is that it's one of those cases, guys, where we just gotta make sure that we continue. I mean, because the route that we're going in free agency so far is working. Mike Davis, I think, is one of those situations where, you know, he's the guy who's going to be able to come in. If somebody gets hurt, he's going to be able to fill in well for him. You know, and he also could be a good complementary piece. The guy caught 57 passes last year. We know he can catch the ball. He's built like a stump. So hopefully he could block. You know, I got to look at some film on him because pass protection, that's one of the most important things in the world when it comes to being a running back. Especially if we're going to be in that shotgun formation a lot. Because one thing that I've seen about your boy Arthur Smith, he loves to run those 2 tight end sets. And I've also seen him in that shotgun a lot. Now, when you run those 2 tight end sets as a running back, if you're picking up blitzes and things like that, and I don't want to get too technical for y'all. You know, I'm reaching in my coach's bag right now. Coach, let's get it. He'll tell you I reach in my coach's bag every now and then, but when it comes to being a pass blocker as a running back, and whenever you're running that shotgun, if you got 2 tight end sets, that means you actually have two extra gaps that you got to make sure that you take care of, because you're not only taking care of that outside gap for those tackles, but then there's also going to be an outside gap for those tight ends, because if those tight ends are pretty like Jimmy Graham, they don't want to block. They let them, cross their face and, come on inside them or something like that. And then, we might have some problems. So it's going to be very important that you have a guy who could actually block in the meantime. Now, I'm sitting on my lunch break, and y'all see what I'm eating. I'm eating some gummies. What y'all eating for your lunch break, man? I'm pretty sure most of y'all ate. I always go on lunch pretty late. So what y'all eating for y'all lunch break? Or if you haven't eaten your lunch, y'all eat your lunch. Y'all don't go around starving. Next thing you know, you walk around here hangry, looking all crazy and everything. Oh, man. Oh, wait a minute. Congratulations to my homeboy Jay in the Bay. Homeboy Jay in the Bay got 500 subs, man. Much love to you, Jay. Hey, bro, you keep working, man. You keep working. You're doing some great things down there, man. You're doing some great things. Ito said, I keep Ito. He could be your change of pace scat back. Now, you mentioned that change of pace scat back, and this is just something that I'm kicking around here. And I noticed that this is actually picking up steam, because I'm hearing other content creators mention this as well. But Kenneth Gainwell, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but I mentioned Kenneth Gainwell. When was this? About a month ago? It might have been a month and a half ago. I mentioned Kenneth Gainwell from Memphis, And I noticed that some other content creators, other Atlanta Falcons content creators, they're starting to notice them too. So looks like Big Low Country is starting to set the trend. Somebody's finally listened to Big Low for once. But yeah, man, it could be one of those situations where, you're saying, keep Ito as a scat back. Question is that, we've seen Ito for last 3 years, going on 4 years. Ito, he could scat, but how good of a scatter is Ito? Is he a jazz scat back? Is he a scat pop? I don't know. That was my attempt at scatting. I know it was terrible, but the fact of the matter is Ito that kind of scat back, or is he just a boom, 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 boom kind of scat back? That's my question. If we're gonna change the culture, I know y'all getting tired of me saying this. If the Atlanta Falcons are going to change the culture, let's change the culture. If we're gonna talking about getting a thunder and lightning kind of situation, let's actually get it. Let's not get a guy who's just a good guy. Let's not get a guy who's just a good guy and he's kind of good. Nah, I'm trying to ball out. A lot of people don't know this, but as a coach, there are plays that you have that you draw up, and it's one of those situations where every time when you call that play, you have the intention of scoring a touchdown every time you call that play. I'm not trying to go out here and do this thing halfway. And I'm pretty sure that all these guys that are playing, they're not trying to go out here and do this thing halfway either. And me, as a season ticket holder, I'm not trying to get nothing done halfway. So let's not just get a guy who's average. Let's go ahead. We've seen what Ito can do. Let's go ahead and get somebody that could do it. Ito's cool. He's nice. I know everybody cheers for him because he's the underdog, but if we're going to change the culture, let's just go ahead and change it. You know what I'm saying? All my car guys out there, y'all know just like I do. If you change the spark plugs, you might as well go ahead and change the coils or the wires too. Don't go in there and do half of the job and leave the rest of it halfway undone. James DeBay said, you funny, Big Low, about that scat back. Yeah, man. If I want a scat back, I want some. If you talk about scatting, I want to sabi to do better. I want to show no scatting. I don't want the fake scatting. So if you're gonna scat. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's one of those situations where we got to consider that there's a lot of good running backs coming in this draft. And like I said, a month and a half ago, Kenneth Gainwell from Memphis, a lot of these other Falcons content creators finally listening to the old ball coach. They might be like, man, Big Low, he might be on to something. But yeah, that's the guy that I'm thinking might be able to come in and kind of change the game for you. Because he ain't just a scat back. He can also run that thing in between the tackles, too. He can definitely do it. What's going on, Jewel? I see you in here, Bo. What's good with your family? What's good with you? Hope everybody doing good. Jarvis Johnson, what's up, fam? What's good with you, man? Teran from Twitter, he says, I think the Falcons keep Ito. Gurley could be another story. Could Gurley be resigned back for cheap? Yeah, Gurley said that he wants to stay in Atlanta. Thing is that do the Falcons want to keep Gurley in Atlanta? That's the question. Do the Atlanta Falcons want to keep Ty Gurley in Atlanta? Why? Why do it? You got to remember, you don't have so many spots on the roster. Ain't nobody trying to have no 4-5 running backs on the roster. You know what I'm saying? No. Move on from Ty Gurley. I hate to say it, but move on from Ty Gurley. What is he going to bring you? Seriously, what's Ty Gurley going to bring you? Veteran leadership? No. I don't want no veteran leadership. Mike Davis been in the league for 7 years, just as long as Ty Gurley has. He probably seen more things because he's been on 2-3 different teams. So yeah. So my question to everybody in the coaching staff is, do y'all think that the Atlanta Falcons should keep Ito Smith? Do y'all think it's one of those situations? If you think the Atlanta Falcons should keep Ito Smith, put a 1 in the chat. If you think they should not keep Ito Smith, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to see what y'all thinking. I see that, and my homeboy Jay in the Bay in here. Hey Jay, y'all make sure that y'all take care of Alex Mack out there for us while y'all out there in San Francisco. Y'all take care of Alex Mack, man. man. Let's see. Coach Roney said Ty Gurley is such a nice guy, though. That isn't how we always operate. Isn't that how we always operated? I mean, Ty Gurley, he's a cool dude and everything. You know, I heard a lot of good things about him whenever he was at UGA. But, you know, I'm trying to win some games, man. I ain't trying to get these nice guys over here. I'm sure Mike Davis would be a nice guy. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to win some games. You know, y'all play out the games that you want to. Let me take a look at everybody's votes here. Coach Roney said, cut him, let him go. Let's get it, said, cut him, let him go. Now, Jewel said, look, man, we got to keep Ito. Jewel said, Ito, that dude, we got to keep Ito. Coach Roney with the scissors. Once again, Coach Roney with the scissors. ATM makes a good point. I forgot about that. He said, man got a concussion trying to pass block. Now, that's also something that you got to consider. He did get, once those concussions start coming, and somebody made a comment last night on, I'm not even going to say, it was on a radio show. Somebody made a comment says, and they said that, you know, everybody gets concussions in NFL and everything, and you know, there's concussions on every play, and I definitely agree with that. But if you're a running back and y'all know how tough that they're monitoring these concussions and everything, it's like, why would you continue to put this small guy, you know, who got a concussion pass blocking as your dude? you know, why would you keep doing that? You know, we seen what happened with your boy Devontae Freeman. It didn't work out once the concussion started coming. It didn't work out. Stone Decatur said 2, let him go. You know, Gold Money, what's going on with your family? I see you in here. He said 2, let him go. Coach Joy said she got to go to a meeting. She said she'll see y'all later. She said that she'll. Coach Joy said good night, Joy. Don't forget your bonnet. All right, Mike, what's going on with your family? What's good with you? Now, since Coach Ronnie brought up that whole point about, you know, Ty Gurley being such a nice guy and everything, my other question to y'all is, with this move that we made, picking up Mike Davis, would you rather have Mike Davis or Ty Gurley? And don't even consider about anything that I said previously in the past. This is just off of what y'all think, off of y'all merit. Would y'all rather have Mike Davis or Ty Gurley on the Atlanta Falcons 2021 roster? And this is whether as a starting running back, backup running back by committee. Who would y'all rather have on your team? Would you rather have Mike Davis or Ty Gurley? Mike Davis with 2 healthy knees or Ty Gurley? Oh man, Reggie, you didn't get a notification that we were live? What in the world? I'm gonna have to check up on that, man. For everybody that's watching, y'all let me know. Did y'all get notifications that we were live? Also, make sure to try and answer that question. Would y'all rather have Ty Gurley or Mike Davis? Reggie C2K said he'd rather have Davis. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you. Now, let's get it. He says that this is what I got to say about Gurley. He's not the same player, but I think we used him wrong, and I definitely agree with you on that. Ty has always been a zone scheme runner, and he's an outside the numbers type of running back. And you're definitely right. We watched Ty Gurley even last year. He was always trying to bounce it to the outside. That you're completely right about that. Let's get it. That is a good point. We wasn't using the hammers like hammers, and we wasn't using the nails like nails. So you got a point there. You definitely got a point. Blitz, what's going on? Blitz said we need fresh legs. We need fresh legs. But homeboy Reggie Reg said, yeah, he likes this Mike Davis signing. And y'all don't forget about Barkevious Mingo. What was he, like the 6th overall pick in the draft? First round pick, former the Falcons. If anybody like getting former first round picks, boy, it's some Falcons, man. But I really feel like Mingo, he's going to be a special teams kind of guy. I think he got like 12 sacks over the course of his career. He's been in the league for like 6-7 years. But I watched him play because coaches. As a coach, I watched the kid play special teams last year, and the kid was just darting all over the field, man, making all kind of plays. He was balling. Whoa, Joe, hold on, what? New York Times said a warrant has been signed for Deshaun Watson, and additionally, Alan Dershowitz has been hired by Rusty Hardin for Deshaun Watson's legal team. Wow, that's crazy. They signed a warrant? Man, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Now, ATM, he's saying that Dirk Cutter, Dan Quinn, Ray Morris, Jeff Ulbrich really sabotaged this team offensively and defensively. Yes, they definitely did, man. They definitely did. It's terrible, man, how they just didn't put people in the best position to win, which is their job at the end of the day, right? Like at the end of the day, that's what these guys are supposed to do. They're supposed to put you in the best position to win. And Brian Peebles said, "Don't forget the ringleader." Ghost Peppers, what in the world, man? What's going on with you? I know that Coach Reggie Reg, he said he didn't get the notification that we were live, but basically, and for everybody out there who is subscribed to Big Low Country, make sure that you click that notification bell to make sure that you get notifications whenever we pop up and have lunch like this together sometimes. But look, Ghost Peppers, I do want to let you know that I did use the stat that you sent me previously about Mike Davis had the 4th most missed tackles. He forced the 4th most missed tackles in the league last season, and he wasn't even a starter half the time. Well, a lot of the times he wasn't even a starter. I think he started like 12 games last year. So, hey man, you can't beat that. That's really, really good, really good. I'm not mad at this signing at all. I'm actually pretty excited about it because we ain't going after the big name guys. We're getting guys that feel the need. You took out Ty Gurley, then you put in Mike Davis. That in my opinion, it might not be the sexiest thing, but in my opinion, that's an upgrade. Dun, 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 dun. That's upgrade. If y'all didn't know, that was the Lil Wayne version. That was Lil Wayne. That was Lil Wayne version. Dedication. What was it? Dedication 3? I can't remember. Oh man, Devon said, "I like Mike Davis. He's messed up for his size. Top heavy running back. He gashed his first game that they played against us. Yeah, he definitely did. And you know, like I was saying, whenever we first got on here, man, that was one of the first things that I thought about whenever we played against Carolina. Like they just ate us up. They ate us up. And I'm actually sitting here thinking, while Arthur Smith was watching this film, Devon, oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm part of the Beehive, Devon. Definitely all day. I got Coach Roney in the Beehive. But yeah, man. Yeah, he brings that leadership. But I'm definitely thinking that, you know, it's one of those cases where whenever Arthur Smith was watching film, because I'm pretty sure now is the time where people just watch film. All they do is just watch film. This is what your coaches are doing, especially your new coaches, but they're trying to see the tendencies of your team and what other teams did against you. And while he was watching that, he was probably sitting there slobbering at the mouth, thinking, "Man, boy, this kid is just eating us alive." Now, he said, well, "Wait a minute, isn't he a free agent?" So in the meantime, while realizing that Mike Davis was a free agent, so that means that he's legitimately probably watching, thinking, okay, these are the things that we have to fix. So he's watching and trying to resolve the things that we have to fix based off of the issues, the problem that we had last year. So the problem that we had last year is stopping this particular guy. He said, well, let's get this guy. And let's also try to stop guys ourselves. I mean, that's a big difference from the previous regime, because the previous regime would have been, you know, trying to get Jamar Chase. The previous regime would have been like, oh yeah, we're not going to tell you what we're going to do. They would have been getting Jamar Chase all day. Blitz said Copeland and Mingo will be the outside linebackers. Fourier and Dion be the defensive linebackers when Pease wants to go to that 3-4 defense. Look, I'm not even mad at that. I think that we're going to get another outside linebacker, though. I don't think that your boy Mingo is a starting caliber offensive outside linebacker. Moving forward, I think he might be a good reserve, but you know, week one, putting that guy out there, I don't think it's going to be I don't think that's going to be the case. But I am liking the way that this team is developing, man. Loving the way that this team is developing. For everybody that's just coming on, chilling out with us, you know, we just chilling out, eating lunch. You know, you having lunch with the coach. So y'all tell me what y'all eat for lunch today, man. You know, like I said, I work at home, so I pretty much eat all day. Having lunch with the coach. Oh yeah, and by the way, Brian Peebles. What in the world, bro? What's going on, man? What's going on, family? Now, Jewel Bell, he's actually hit me up on Twitter. Now, I literally see Jewel Bell, and look, Jewel, you know I'm just playing with you, man. I ain't coming at you. Jewel Bell, he literally filled up a baby pool. You know those little baby pools that you get from Walmart. Jewel Bell, he filled up a baby pool, and he put baby oil in it. And he got naked for Kyle Pitts. Jewel Bell filled up a baby pool and put baby oil in it and got naked for Kyle Pitts. I was like, man, coach, you getting naked for him, ain't you? Oh man, you know I just tripping out with the coach. You know I just tripping out with you. Oh man. Oh man. But you know, it's one of those things where I've noticed that it's been picking up steam among the Atlanta Falcons community. A lot of people are saying we should go ahead and get a Kyle Pitts because for people out there that's not that familiar with Arthur Smith's offense in Tennessee, you know, they ran a lot of two tight end sets. And I think a 2 tight end set with Hayden Hurst and with Kyle Pitts would be deadly. But you also got that that big mauler, Lee, Big Lee. He's also going to be a good blocking tight end. I wouldn't throw the ball to him because he got bricks for hands from what I seen. But look, I mean, Kyle Pitts might be a guy. Everybody's still laughing at Jewel Bell dancing around naked in that baby pool full of baby oil. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Now Devon saying, and you tell me who you talking about here, Devon. He said can catch the ball in the backfield as well as he can find holes and break through them. I was checking out this game. Yeah, okay, you was checking this game out too. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So I'm thinking you talking about Mike Davis. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like he's a good pickup. And another benefit of Kyle Pitts is Mike Davis. I'm getting naked for Kyle Pitts. Not gonna like Jewel Bell. You done got that baby oil on me. Where's Joseph Thornton when you need him? But yeah, man, it's one of those situations where I think Mike Davis is I think he's an upgrade over Ty Gurley, to be completely honest with you. I definitely think he is. So you're going to have people who are serviceable. And we're not going to be trying to force the ball to guys. It's like there were situations last year when we would force balls to Ty Gurley because we would literally be like, oh yeah, we need to get the ball to Ty Gurley, and then we just completely abandon them. Like beginning of the season, like that first drive of the season, Ty Gurley busted a 17-yard run. He got 3-4 carries, 3-4 yards a pop, busted that 17-yard run. It was beautiful. I knew that Ty Gurley wasn't going to be capable of continuing that. He was just feeling good because he's been off for the last 6-7 months. But moving forward, we'll just kind of see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see because, like I said, I'm seeing that we're actually filling needs with reasonable holes. Now, like I mentioned in my last live that we did, the issue that the Falcons had with your boy Thomas Dimitroff is that it was actually one of those cases where this guy legitimately was just trying to save his job, and in his effort to save his job, he just made the situation. He made a mess for the next man to clean up. I mean, that's not cool, but at the end of the day, it's survival of the fittest. So, to each his own. At the end of the day, to each his own, man. Now, Coach Brian said, if we trade down and he's available, go ahead and grab him. We really don't need any more pass catchers. And that's true. That's the whole issue that I have because your boy is also, look, your boy Hayden Hurst. Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this question. What's the difference between Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts? I believe they run about the same 40. Also, and look, y'all make sure y'all do a favor for me. If you can do a country boy a favor, I'll definitely appreciate it. If we made you smile, laugh, if you learned something that you didn't know before, or if you just think I'm just a good guy, I'll do a country boy a favor and hit that like button. I would definitely appreciate it. It would make my heart jump for joy if you hit that like button. Also, this is your first time hearing me, second, third, fourth time hearing me. You ain't never hit that subscribe button down there. Look, man, it's free. It's free. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. Man. But yeah, it's one of those cases, man, where, Kyle Pitts, what's the difference between Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst? Man, it's like, I think Kyle Pitts is a heck of a talent. Great tight end. Like, you could legitimately have a guy kind of like your boy Jimmy Graham was for the Saints. You know, you can have him here for the rest of his career. But and just imagine him in that Arthur Smith offense. But man, that's the first round pick. And you know, what if it doesn't pan out? And we also have needs here that we can fill in the meantime. So, man, that's tough, bro. That's a tough call to make, man, because we can legitimately try to help this defense out, you know, help this running game out, which is, you know, what the man that writes all the checks says that you need to fix. And for everybody out there who has jobs, y'all know just like I do, you know, if the man that writes the checks makes the request, you kind of have to, you know, cater to those requests. So Kyle Pitts, I know he's sexy and everything, and you know, Jewel Bell, he's outside right now, getting ready to take his clothes off, you know, filling the baby pool up with baby oil. But I mean, I don't. And look, I know that this is a popular opinion among a lot of people that's out there. I just don't know if that, you know, if I don't know if I would be able to make that commitment if I was pulling the strings. But you know, I'm not a GM of an NFL team. I'm not a GM of an NFL team, so you know it's just one of those things, man. Blitz said TD will see 9 draft picks and lick his chops for a trade up. You're definitely right about that. We would trade up, and the next thing you know, we would get some random person who we could have gotten second round. We'd trade back up into the draft to get Caleb McGarry. Like what in the world, bro? Like what? I remember when we got the news, the Atlanta Falcons made a trade back up into the draft. I was like, what? What in the world? We traded back up. Oh shoot! We finna get the pass rusher that changes the whole scape, the whole trajectory of the franchise. Who we're gonna get? The Atlanta Falcons have selected Caleb McGarry. I'm like, what in the world, bro? What in the world? This is what we're doing? Is this your king? But yeah, man. Yeah. You know, you definitely have to make sure that, you know, we got to fix both sides of the ball. You know, 32nd in total defense last year. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. My homeboy Quentin, he said, don't forget that we also forced the ball to the infamous Keith Smith. Oh, man. I don't know if I want to laugh or cry right now. I don't know if I want to. Y'all remember that time? Y'all remember that game? Keith Smith had like 7 targets. Y'all remember that? They made Keith Smith run a button route, lined up as the X receiver. Like, what in the world? Like, what's going on? Keith Smith? Keith Smith? In my Soldier Boy voice. Keith Smith, yes. But yeah. I don't know, bro. Devon said we all said the same thing. But man, it's rough, man. It's rough. Hard times. As an Atlanta Falcons fan. Now, Brian Peebles, he makes a great point, though. He said he wouldn't mind re-signing Treadwell, too, because he could block and catch, plus Dirk, as usual, didn't use him correctly. And you know what? You're definitely correct. I completely agree with you on that. You know, I talk all the time whenever I say that, you know, everybody wants to get Mohamed Sanu back. And I mean myself, I don't want Sanu back. But the biggest thing that I miss from Sanu is, you know, his ability to block, that downfield blocking. Like, that's how you break those big plays. You know, and Treadwell, he seems like, you know, he's a big body guy. But for everybody out there who played football or coached football, y'all know just like I do, when it comes to blocking, you got to have some kind of dog in you. It don't matter if it's a Shih Tzu. It don't matter if it's a Chihuahua. It don't matter if it's a Pit Bull or Rottweiler. You got to have some of the dog in you. You know, either you're somebody who just gets in front of somebody and just gets in their way and dances with them a little bit, or you somebody that's trying to put somebody on their back so they can put them in the tire commercial. But either way, you gotta have some kind of dog in you, and you know I'm definitely thinking that that's the case, man. Wow. Mike Davis, new running back for the Atlanta Falcons. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even mad at that. I'm actually quite relieved. I'm glad we didn't get him. But you know what? I do want to bring this up to y'all. Because there was a scenario that I had been kicking around in my head, but I didn't know if I wanted to mention it or not. But since we got Mike Davis, I'm going to go ahead and roll it on out here. And then I'm going to tell y'all this before I go back working hard on my lunch break. Coach Ronda said, 444 subscribers, moving on up. Definitely, moving on up. 444, like a Jay-Z album. We're trying to have 450 subscribers before the end of the day. So if you hadn't subscribed, make sure you do a country boy favor, subscribe to Big Low Country Sports. Y'all see it right there. All you got to do is go down there and hit that subscribe button. That's, right down there, man. I appreciate it. But I want to tell y'all, so my other scenario that I thought would possibly happen was us getting Leonard Fournette, who's still a free agent. Now, this is before we got Mike Davis. I thought that we might have got Leonard Fournette. I thought that it would have been one of those cases where, since he was was on the team of a division rival, they still had the same offensive coordinator, they still had the same defense coordinator, and he's a big running back, which we know Arthur Smith has fallen in love with now. Stocky, well-built running back, and we learned that he could kind of catch the ball out of the backfield. So yeah, it's one of those situations, man, where I thought that we would have possibly got Leonard Fournette. I was worried about it because I do not want to get somebody like Leonard Fournette that every time he gets hurt, we're all rolling our eyes. So it's kind of a catch-22 situation. But that's what I was thinking, but unfortunately, well, I'm not even going to say unfortunately. Let's see how this season ends up, and then moving forward, we'll see if this Mike Davis pick was a good pick. But right now, I'm feeling good about it. Now, look, I need everybody in here to, to do me a favor. Let's get it. GA said, moving on up. George and Weezy. Clutch Kid said, y'all hit subscribe now. But, yeah, man. So what we're going to do is, I know my homeboy Smitty, I know he's going live later. Coach Joyce, he says she's going live later on this evening. Now in the comments, if y'all come back to this video, or this is my message in a bottle for everybody who watches us later on, Big Low Country, got to get back to work. I got to make sure I get these bills paid. But y'all put in the comments who do if you think that we made the right pick, if you think that Mike Davis is a better option than Ty Gurley. So y'all make sure that y'all put that in the comments. If you haven't liked yet, make sure that you like the stream. I definitely appreciate everybody chilling out with Old Country Boy today. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great ending to your day, and y'all be easy and don't do nothing that I would do. Rise up, man. A-Town down.